So firstly, thanks very much, and I know I won't keep you long. I just want to kind of run through basically with especially focusing on online banking. Just with yourselves, you don't necessarily need to be a Bank of Ireland customer, but just to give you a few tips and tools when you are utilising online banking, or your details in general, financial details to do with phishing, which was mentioned a minute ago. Vishing and smishing is another terminology that we use as well. So what to watch out for. So one of the things, firstly, that I just wanted to show you is just a quick kind of snapshot of, this would be very much based back in 2000, early 2016, where figures came out with the activity, how digital Ireland has become. So we even see it through patterns with our own customers, but 1.7 million Irish people own a tablet, which is huge. 2.3 million people own smartphones, and then 1 in 5 Irish people use the internet every hour of the day. So it's huge, like the phenomenon, and I know that from even from my own role in particular, because I'm with the organisation now 17 years, and very much depend on research for ourselves within the organisation with different departments and whatnot as well. And we can see it through our own customers, how much they rely on research as well. You know? So there's one there as well, 53% of people born since 2000 would rather lose their sense of smell rather than their technology. So it's frightening just to think how digital Ireland has really, really become. Okay? So as we had spoke about a minute ago with phishing, vishing and smishing, so these are the 3 terms that we use. Phishing are your fraudulent emails. So I do have a sample of a couple of emails of what to watch out for in particular, right? But one of the things, the tips that we would give is just look out for the poor grammar as well within the content of the actual email, okay? Vishing then your fraudulent phone calls, especially from a financial institution point of view, and it kind of would speak across the board with all financial institutions. Generally, when you get the call, it's either early in the morning or late in the evening, but they're very intimidating on the phone, and their motive is to get your financial details out of you. And what I mean by financial details is your online banking PIN, for example, okay? So just watch out for those particular calls, and just, if in doubt, hang up the phone straight away, okay? Smishing then is text messages, and recently there, actually I think it was about 6 weeks ago, our customers and non-Bank of Ireland customers were targeted, a few of them, with this particular text message from Bank of Ireland containing a link. So basically the content of the text was saying that you needed to update your banking details immediately. Click on the link below, and generally when people do click on the link, it actually transfers them to a website that is not a genuine Bank of Ireland website, for example. Okay, so it's just those types of things you do need to watch out for. And just with the sample of a Bank of Ireland email there, you can see a couple of things to watch out for. And a bit of knowledge around it is, from any financial institution, we would never send an email to a customer asking them to update their banking details. It kind of would, the customers do seem to receive it in 2 formats. The first format being that it's asking them to update the details or their account is going to close, right, is one of them, the content of the email. The second one would kind of be worded in the sense of that you try to log into your online banking account through a different device. So what I mean is that if you're a regular user of a laptop or an iPad, but for some reason you logged into your account through a smartphone, for example, or through another type of PC, that it's kind of indicating, sometimes we do it, and I know myself with my own social media platform with Facebook, if I log into my Facebook account through another device, I will get a notification saying, you've just attempted to log into your Facebook account through another device. And I'm okay with that because I know that I had the notification set like that, okay? But from a bank point of view, we never send emails like this. We'd never ask you to verify if it was you or if it wasn't you, or likewise to update your banking details. Okay, so one of the other tips that I would give you is, you can see there with the sender. So our email address, it's coming in from, and this was sent genuinely to a customer, bankofireland@365online.com. That's not even our proper email address. And when you hover over it, the email address doesn't even match. Okay, so again, it's different. So for any emails that you might receive from, especially a large organisation, what I would suggest is always hover over the email address that you received it from. It'll give you a clear indication whether it is a genuine email or not, okay, is one of the tips. There's another one there, I've missed it, I'd say with Amazon. Again, sorry now the sample isn't there, but Moving on just with regards to the login process with our online banking. So within Bank of Ireland, and I think a lot of financial institutions kind of run in the same format, our customers have to follow 3 steps to log into their actual account to be able to view their account details. So the first step generally is that we have assigned them a user ID. Okay, so the user ID, to be fair, is generally 9 digits long, so we do advise customers that it'd be very hard, you know yourself, with PIN numbers to try and remember this 9-digit number. So we recommend that you do write it down on a piece of paper, but do not reference it to your account or to the organisation, okay? The second step then is that the customer is asked a security question and it randomly selects between 2. It's either your date of birth or the last 4 digits of your contact telephone number, okay? And each time you log in, it's different, so it just randomly selects between both. The last and final step is the password. This is the crucial one, and I see it all too often, even with customers coming into a branch who have every single bit of information written on a piece of paper inside in the wallet. Okay, so just that PIN number that you choose and you set, number one, with Bank of Ireland, it is 6 digits long, so what I advise is that do not write it on any piece of paper, do not store it in any phone under a contact, nothing like that. It needs to be up in the vault in the head, basically, right? And customers do find that they struggle with remembering PIN numbers, so my advice to them is that you are familiar with your 4-digit PIN number on your actual ATM card. So my suggestion is use that 4-digit PIN number and put 00, for example, at the end of it, because it's very hard with a 4-digit card PIN number to actually hack that or get into it, okay? So that is just a recommendation that we would give customers. Certainly do not use date of births or spouses or family members or friends, close friends' date of births. And again, landline numbers, you know, the way your landline number could be 6 digits long, again, we recommend do not use that as a PIN number, okay, and not to write it down anywhere. So a lot of our customers that do use the online banking, so they have the choice, they don't necessarily have to use the online banking system, but definitely the benefits to them is that they do have access to their account 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year. They can make online payments that do clear a lot quicker than if you were using checks, for example. Okay, and also the comfort of actually banking at a place and a time that suits you. But the one thing that I would say is with your online banking, we all love the free Wi-Fi from time to time, so what I would suggest is with free Wi-Fi, especially that is not password locked, I would be very reluctant to log into my bank account or my online banking system by using free Wi-Fi. If you have the necessity to log into your account for whatever reason, I suggest, especially if you have the app on your phone, use your own data or else wait till you get home to use your own actual safe Wi-Fi. Okay, never use unsafe Wi-Fi to log into your bank account details. So we also have, with Bank of Ireland, we do have an app for our customers, and we find that 50% of our customers are actually using the mobile banking app. But it's to get the message out there to make sure that they're using it in a safe environment, that they're using it that is with password-locked Wi-Fi as opposed to free Wi-Fi, okay? Now, there is restrictions, obviously, to what they can do on the app themselves for obvious reasons, for security reasons as well. The other thing I would say as well about sharing your bank account details, would you all have a checkbook? The majority of people have a checkbook, so you know your account details are written on your checkbook. So I get the question quite a lot at certain events that I would actually speak at with regards to the account number, is it safe to hand it over? Absolutely it is safe to hand it over in the context of just the account number and the sort code because you have a checkbook. And the one thing that I would say is never share your password, your online banking password, or other personal information alongside that information, okay? We find a lot of our business customers now that do send out invoices to their own clients are actually specifying the IBAN number on their actual statements to receive funds into the account because they receive the monies a lot quicker, okay, as well. But we have a feature on our actual app on the phone where you can actually text the customer your IBAN and your BIC. So I do get that question quite a lot. Is it safe to do so? Absolutely it is, okay? That's about it, folks. That's all I have, short and sweet. Okay? Thanks very much. Thank you.